Hey, good people. Responding to today's headlines, I want to talk about the Georgia Guidestones. That's a topic I've been meaning to get to because I find that I talk to a lot of people and they've never heard of the Georgia Guidestones. If you're not familiar with them, they're located in Georgia, the fourth state. They are massive pillars, and I'm not 100% sure on this. I think it's 12 languages. In 12 different languages, it is inscripted into these massive stones 10 rules for what you could call a new age. The very first rule is maintain the Earth's population at 500 million people. If it is true that the Earth has about 7 billion people right now, to get to 500 million, that means 13 out of every 14 people essentially would have to pass away. So, I don't know. I hope nobody really has those type of plans for us. But those are actually in our own state, Georgia, and I'm going to get into why they are located in the fourth state. So, as most people know, yesterday there was a major earthquake in San Francisco, the first in 25 years, first big one in 25 years since the 1989 World Series earthquake, which I did a blog post on that you should watch because it's even better than this one. But anyway, what I teach is gematria, this thing Pythagoras invented. It's the practice of coding numbers into words. And in this case, I'll teach you about Georgia, the fourth state, which has a numeric value of 44. G is the seventh letter, E is the fifth, O is the 15th. But instead of adding 15, we do 1 plus 5 equals 6, and we add 6. R is the 18th letter. Instead of 18, we do 1 plus 8 equals 9. G is the 7th, I is the ninth, A is the first. Added up, Georgia equals 44. Maybe you're going, so what? Big coincidence. I'll tell you so what. Only two states have a 44 name, Georgia and Wisconsin. And when I think of Wisconsin, I think of Jeffrey Dahmer, but that's another topic, another hoax. Only three states, in terms of, let's get away from the number 44 for a second, in terms of the number 33, the highest degree of Freemasonry, only three states have a 33 name. The first state, Delaware, the 50th and final, Hawaii, and the 6th, Massachusetts. The numerology of 33 is 6. So first, last, and 6th. And if you think that's a coincidence, of the first 13 colonies, only 3 were established on 33 dates. The first, Delaware, December 7th, 1787, 1 plus 2 plus 7 plus 1 plus 7 plus 8 plus 7 sums to 33. The 13th and final, Rhode Island, and the 9th, New Hampshire. So 3 33s again. A coding. Think of the significance of 3 and 33. Anyhow, these Georgia Guidestones, they were placed where they were March 22nd, 1980. That's 34 years ago this year. So March 22nd, 2015 will be their 35-year anniversary. They are located on the 34th parallel north in Georgia. The 34th parallel north, and they're currently in their 34-year anniversary. Most networks are saying, is the big one due? If you go to my blog, I captured some images from networks. Big one. They like to hyphenate the words they're emphasizing. Well, check out the gematria of big one. It sums to 34. And 3 plus 4 is 7. Remember, San Francisco's big one, it was the 25-year anniversary. 2 plus 5 is 7. If you have not seen the IMF speech involving the numerology of 7, please watch that after this. Please watch that. There's been a lot of 7s since that speech. Here's some more. Some more 7s. With regards to 7, let's go 7 years back. 2007. I am from Portland, Oregon. I'm a little bit worried about this one, and I've been worried about it since they did the drill. They said, why are they doing this in my city? Back then I didn't know about all this gematria. I didn't even know Oregon was the 33rd state back then, but I was still worried about that they had this drill here. You guys know about this one? TOPOFF 4, 2007. If you don't know about TOPOFF 4, look it up. It is the biggest drill worldwide ever practiced to date of the detonation of an urban environment, like total annihilation, destruction. They practice it in 2 spots. Portland, Oregon, the 33rd state, Oregon, and Phoenix, Arizona, 33rd parallel north. Not an accident. That's why Phoenix is where it is. Just in the middle of the desert. Could have put it anywhere. All right. So, they did this crazy drill 7 years ago. Right now, in headlines, they're saying that Yellowstone is having all this weird volcanic activity. The ground's coming up. Things are erupting more frequently. Ground is increasing. I mean, I don't know if it's all fear or what, but I'm reading about this stuff and I'm weighing it all. I'm looking at it. Then I start seeing headlines like this. I start seeing San Francisco earthquakes. I start seeing earthquakes all over. There was an earthquake in Peru yesterday also. And then I see our media taunting us. The media taunting us scares me the most. With regards to 322 and the Georgia Guidestones, think of this network, the BBC. That's 223. B's the second letter, C's the third. It's like 322 flipped around. The BBC did a documentary in the beginning of either 2012 or 2013. You can find this on YouTube also. Look this up, please. It is about how Portland or Seattle is going to be the first city to experience a 9.0 or higher earthquake, like on top of it, because that's never happened before, I guess, anywhere else. But somehow the BBC knows that Portland or Seattle is going to be the first city to experience that. And if you watch this documentary, I mean, they put a lot of work into it. They did some computer simulations and showed what the buildings might look like, how they might tumble over. They did a lot of work. It's creepy to watch. And, you know, going back to this, with regards to these Georgia Guidestones, 3 months after they were placed, 3 months after the Georgia Guidestones were placed where they are, March 22nd, 1980, CNN launched, founded by Robert Turner III. Before I disclose his name, if you've never seen one of my posts, Pythagoras invented this system of gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words. In English, the word name is spelled N-A-M-E. That's 14 plus 1 plus 13 plus 5 equals 33. When you scrunch the letters, like I showed you before, the phrase code name equals 33. You start seeing words like rock star equal 33. You start seeing lots of musicians and actors and politicians have 33 names, including celebrities such as Robert Turner III. The name Robert equals 33 in gematria. Think about how much Robert is used in Hollywood. The name Turner sums to 33. He's the third, Robert Turner III, born November 19th, 1938. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 3 plus 8 sums to 33. Also 1119 for November 19th. 1119 is when the Knights of Templar were supposedly founded, a Masonic organization, and Freemasonry has a highest degree of 33. Robert Turner opened up CNN on the 33rd parallel north, 33rd parallel north in Atlanta, abbreviated ATL. 1 plus 20 plus 12 equals 33. This stuff is not an accident. This is part of an occult religion. This is part of how they are controlling us and making us succumb to what they want. That's why they have us giving ourselves ice baths. I'm surprised Robert Turner hasn't made one of those videos. Maybe he has. I haven't seen it. But anyway, you guys, the big one, it might be due. It might be due. But remember, if it does come due, who did it? And remember, they just want to fear, scare, and control us. The Freemasons believe in order through chaos. Order through chaos. In gematria, the word chaos sums to 19. The word order sums to 33. 1933 was the bottom of the Great Depression. In that year, several companies emerged with 33 names, but most companies folded. Those are the Masons. Encore, forgot to mention something. So, the 44 significance, check this out. In gematria, the word kill sums to 44. The first president to ever die in office was William Henry Harrison, the 9th president, the first Whig. He died on April 4th, the 32nd day in office, 1 month into his term. Think about Barack Hussein Obama, the 44th president. What did he run on? Look at what hope sums to. 44. You know? I mean, think about it. Jimmy Carter, who was from Georgia, once suffered through a 444-day Iranian hostage crisis. 444. He's from Georgia, the 4th state with a gematria of 44. It ended on Ronald Reagan's first day of office, who was the 33rd governor of California. Jimmy Carter was born in October. That's the only month with a gematria 33. In the case of Barack Hussein Obama, he was born in Hawaii, supposedly. Hawaii is one of 33 states with a gematria. One of three states with a gematria 33. Bill Clinton, in the case of Bill Clinton, he was born Bill Blythe. His father was murdered May 17th, 1946. Talk about kill. 5 plus 1 plus 7 plus 1 plus 9 plus 4 plus 6. The date he was murdered sums to 33. And the name he took on, Clinton, sums to 33, which comes from the first governors of New York, which was established on the 33rd day of the year as New Amsterdam. So a lot of this 33, 44 master numerology stuff, you look at the assassins of presidents over the years, they have 44 names dating back to, oh, what's his face? Old Hickory. What do they call him? Andrew Jackson. Yeah, his assassin has a 44 name. Tells me that it's been a hoax all this time, people. This is how they do it. By the numbers. Until next time, be safe.